Hey everybody, welcome to RSChronicle. This is TzHaar 8, and today I'm just going to be doing a little bit of gameplay and some discussion as well. So I'm in TzHaar City right now. I've been doing some fight caves just to try to get my attack level up. I want to get it to 60 ASAP because I need to use dragon weapons. But I got 65 strength recently and 45 defense recently from doing the Fremnik Trials quest today, which also granted me Berserker Helm. I also did Dragon Slayer today, so I can use the Rune Plate Body, so I got my Rune Kit finally. And I also picked up the Obsidian Cape, which is quite a nice little thing to add to my collection. So this is what I'm wearing right now to do the caves. And I did experiments up to here. Well, I started with cows early level, you know, cows, yaks, chickens, those kinds of things for early levels, but I was then doing experiments, and I was doing experiments because I think rock crabs are too crowded and too mainstream, but experiments are becoming mainstream now too. Experiments are really easy to get to. You just have to do the Creature of Frankenstein quest, and you don't even have to finish it, you just have to start it and get to just about the middle. It's not a long quest, and then you get really good training monsters called experiments that you can train on. So I was using those, but I think the caves are better just because they're so AFKable. Everything is aggroes you right away, and you can also use prayer in there to hit harder, and if you die, your prayer gets restored, and you can also make a little bit of money from the tokel that you get. And I think that the XP for experiments and for caves at my level is about 20k XP per hour, I would say, so it's about the same either way, and I just find caves to be a better experience. These are my levels if you didn't get to see them. I've been working on getting everything above 30. The only thing that's not is farming, the bane of the entire game, but I'll get that up eventually. So I'm just going to go into caves right now, and I will show you guys what goes on in there, and they'll walk me to the middle over here, and once I'm in the middle, things will just start attacking me, and I can just sit here with prayer on. I can even turn prayer on right now, and I can literally just sit here and kill things. So while I'm doing that, I just wanted to talk about the new poll that came out today for rares in 07. Now, I strongly support rares in the game, but let me just turn that off, it's kind of annoying. But you know, the ways that they would be distributed is, you know, a little bit of an issue that is important to a lot of people. It's important to me too. I think that some of the ways they have in this poll are interesting and could work. But the one problem I have with distributing rares in the game now is that everybody would know that these rare items would eventually become rare, so they would never part with them, and then the items would never become rare because everyone would have one. That's the only thing I can foresee. I don't know how they would get around that. But for instance, if a lot of people got a party hat, if I got a party hat, for instance, and it was worth 10 GP at the time, but you know, I knew that a party hat had been rare at one point, and it'll become rare again in 07, so let me just hold on to it. The reason they became rare is because people didn't hold on to them, and so by that time they had become worth something because not a lot of people had them. But that's the only thing I can foresee as being a problem with rares. So let me just go through these ideas. The first one is Easter eggs from 2002, and it would be a rare chance that they drop from chickens. Now, I actually kind of like that one, and I think the rare drops for the rares are good, because it's not just you have to do something and then you get it, or you can just buy it for like 500 coins. That would, as I was saying before, then everybody could have one, they'd never really become rare. I think that for a rare drop like that, it'd have to be like a 1 in a million drop, and it would have to be for a limited time. I think all of these would have to be for a limited time, or else you could just get one whenever and they would never become rare. and especially for some of them that would have to be the way they would go, or else it wouldn't really work. So for that one, it'd have to be for a limited time, I think, but it's a good idea. I like that one. Now another way you could get an Easter egg is trade Godbird eggs with Gertrude's son for an Easter egg. I don't really like that one as much, just because I think that, you know, you get Godbird eggs a lot if you're doing woodcutting, and I think that they would be too accessible, and they wouldn't be rare enough. Just my opinion. Another way is when a rabbit escapes a snare, there's a small chance it'll leave behind an Easter egg. I actually kind of like that one, but you know, a lot of people don't like these ideas. I think it'd be okay. Again, it would have to be a really rare, a really small chance that you'd get one, or else, you know, everyone would get one really easily from doing Hunter. Bunny ears that can be crafted using a needle on polar kevet fur. I don't like that one at all. Because I think they're just, again, just way too accessible. Anybody could just craft one anytime, and then they wouldn't become rare. Bunny ears as a rare drop from rabbits. I do like that one. Again, have to be really rare for it to work, but I think it's good. Let me just pause on my commentary for a second to do some gameplay. As you can see, I died once, but I can just go right back in and start AFKing these things again. It's really a really good way of training, and you get experience pretty fast. You'll see. I mean, I one-shot these first things, but well, actually I don't one-shot them, but I try. You get XP pretty fast, so I like it a lot as a training method. I think it's better than a lot of other things. Anyway, I'll just leave myself in the cave and go back to this. Pumpkins from 2001. A spawn point in farming allotments. Again, don't like that. Too easy to get, unless the spawn point was like a random thing and it was really rare. Harvesting them from an allotment when farming, just kind of randomly, might work. Again, would have to be really rare and maybe only for a limited time. It just, I don't know, it doesn't fit the game in a weird way. You just growing some corn and you get a pumpkin by mistake. It's just a little bit weird. Okay, on to Halloween masks. That's a pretty big one. Perform a panic emote in a specific location to spawn an NPC that will give you one. I'm dubious about that. Would they tell you the location? Or would you have to find the location yourself? Would people just be running around RuneScape doing a panic emote? It seems a little odd. If they told you the location, it would be too easy to get one. And I think if they didn't tell you the location, once the location got out, it would be too easy to get one. So it'd have to be for a really limited time, and they'd have to have a lot of control on it. Spawn point in Drainer Manor for a Halloween mask. Again, a spawn point, limited time, too accessible. I don't like it. Dropped from Halloween-themed monsters. Maybe, that might work. Like skeletons and zombies. Again, it would have to be really rare for that to fly with most of the people, most of the community, but I could see that working. Santa hat, a spawn point in snowy areas. Would they just randomly spawn very rarely in any snowy area on the game? That might work. Oh, attack level. There we go. It would have to be very rare and only for a limited time. Yeah, some of these, I don't know, they're trying really hard, but some of these are just not flying with me. Trade clockwork animals to an NPC who will reward you with one. No, I don't like the NPC trading. A random event. No, I don't really like the random events. I don't, because those are so easy to get, and it wouldn't really become rare unless it was a limited time random event. Okay, for Christmas crackers, can be found occasionally by popping balloons in the party room. I actually like that one a lot. It would be very interesting. It would have to be, again, like 1 in a million, but that could work. Pickpocket Party Pete for a chance to get a party hat. Maybe. Again, 1 in a million. The issue is I can see people just kind of camping Party Pete trying to pickpocket him. Like bots doing that even. For a chance to win the lottery at a party hat. I don't know. Again, all of these would have to be for a limited time, I think. A chance to spawn in balloons dropped in the party room. That's for party hats. Yeah, maybe. Really rare, again. Given out by the wise old man? No, I don't like that. Scythe. Oh yeah, the scythe. Smith it out of iron? No. When you die, you receive one in your inventory? No, then everybody would have one. Given as a farming implement from Gardener Gunhild in return for bringing her some wheat? No, because then everyone would know how to do it and everybody would have one. I think some of these are just too easy. Yo-yo, use wool on a log to craft one. No, again, way too easy. A random event. I don't really love the random events. Buy one from the children in Varrock Square for 500 GP. Here's the problem I have with that. If it wasn't a limited time thing, then you could just do it whenever and they'd be worth 500 GP, and they wouldn't be a rare. I don't really know how they plan to handle this. I'm a little bit confused by that. Rubber chicken. A joker spawns at random times and locations to give them out. I actually kind of like that one. It would have to be really rare, again, but I can see that working. The Easter Bunny gives them? No, maybe if it's rare. Evil chicken drops them when killed. I like that. It would have to be really, really rare, but I like it. Zombie head. Dig up from random places in the Lumbridge Swamp. I kind of like that. Although, again, it would have to be really rare, and I could see bots just running around digging in the Lumbridge Swamp. A chance of dropping from zombies. I like that. Again, really rare, but I like that. Digging near grave areas throughout the game may uncover one. Yeah, I like that one too. Still, it would have to be rare, but I like it. Hats and scarves. Given out by Iffy. Again, I don't like that because they're just being given out. Marionettes sold by Diango for 500 GP. Again, just kind of being given out. I don't like it. Speak to the master crafter at the crafting guild who will craft them for you if you provide them with wood, wool, and dyes. Seems too easy. Seems too mainstream. Wouldn't really become rare. Easter ring. A chance to drop from rabbits. Yes, I like that. It would have to be rare though. Obtain when collecting rabbit's foot from rabbits. I don't really love that one. Trade in a rabbit's foot to an NPC for one. No, because the NPC thing again. I mean, this goes on for maybe 42 questions. I encourage. I'm not going to do the rest of the other 20. This is becoming quite a long video. But it's quite interesting the things they've come up with, and my general consensus is trading with NPCs or crafting them or things like that. I don't think it would really work. Things where you kind of have to search and hope that you randomly get one seems like they would work much better in the long run, especially if it was super rare and a limited time thing, because then they would actually become rares and not just something that everyone had. So I encourage you to check this poll out. I encourage you to vote. You know, things are pretty even right now with a lot of them. So yeah, I encourage you to check that out, and I encourage you to do some fight cave training if you're looking to train your combat skills, because it's quite good, as you can see. So thanks for watching this episode of RS Chronicles, and I'm TzHaar, and I will see you guys later.